All right, we are live. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the brand new episode of Pastrami Nation's Brick Therapy. It's all therapy we can use right now. It's good. We want to be here. We want to talk to y'all. Thank you guys for joining us. I'm your host, Kevin, and of course, joining me today is the co-founder of Pastrami Nation himself, Mr. Jason Smith. How you doing today?
Good. How you guys doing?
Doing pretty good, pretty good. And of course,
Awesome.
wouldn't be Pastrami Nation podcast without the Godfather of toys, Mr. Christian Nicorda. How you doing, sir?
It's good to be back. How are you gentlemen doing?
Great. Good to have you.
Yeah.
Doing good. Hanging in there. We're all hanging in there, which is great. That's why we do this show, Brick
Yep.
Therapy. It's to be able to talk about Lego, to be able to get our minds off of the crazy, crazy world out there, get our minds off of anxiety,
Yes.
aliens, whatever you need to get your mind off of right now. This is the place to be. Remember to like and subscribe wherever you're listening to this, wherever you're watching this. Leave a comment, talk to us, let us know what you guys think. We'd love to chat with you guys and see what you guys love about Lego and what kind of helps you kind of get rid of the anxiety and stress and all this other stuff that goes along the world. What is your kind of key to get rid of that? It never really goes away, but how do you kind of function from day to day? What helps you get from day one to day two? That's what the show's all about. And of course, today we're going to be talking about some new set that was announced that I think we're all pretty excited for. We're going to be talking about the cool little Disney minifigures that they have been released. Have they been released yet, or are they just kind of leaked?
The 100-year anniversary, right?
Yeah, the ones that you shared with the group. Yeah.
Yes,
those guys are really cool.
Coming soon, guys. And it's cool. There's 18 of them. Usually a series would be like 12.
12.
There's 18 in this series.
Yeah, that's awesome. And they all look really great. Like they all look really cool. So we'll pull those up and show you guys those as well. And then the Lego, they just kind of released a new kind of initiative for their Friends line of toys or of Lego bricks. They're going to be starting a new TV show, and they have a whole kind of new way of looking at these characters with more diverse personalities and more inclusion, things like that. But we'll talk about that in a little bit here. So yeah, guys. So first of all, have you guys been working on anything lately? What have you guys been building? What have you guys been doing lately?
Well, I picked up I jumped into my first modular. I pulled the trigger on that.
Hey, that's right.
And it was the Jazz Club, and I scored because the box had a big old gash in it and everything, and it said like 6,500 points. So I asked the girl, like, now this is double points weekend. Do you guys double that? She goes, absolutely. So it was a no-brainer for me, like 13,000 points just like that.
Wow.
And I have a Jazz Club, which I haven't actually started building yet because I wanted to finish a set that I picked up like a couple weeks before that with some freebie points, and I think I left the set in the other room, but a couple of the little minifigures managed to come with me. There's
yes,
there you go.
Rabbit, the Winnie the Pooh, 100 Acre Woods.
This one, where is he? Oh, right here.
Eeyore. Yeah, dude, I want that set so bad. It looks
it's a good little build. It's a little tedious when it comes down to the tree foliage, like little repetition. Like when it says, you got to build a certain piece, and it says like times 6. Well, trust me, times 6 was enough for that little tree foliage.
Speaking of tedious, I've seen the memes already for the Rivendell, like the tiles on the seal on the roof.
Oh,
I'm not looking forward to that at all.
6,000 pieces, and 2,000 of them are roof tiles, probably.
It's a beautiful set, though.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
Yeah.
It's an amazing set. I'm really excited for that one. Christian, have you been able to do anything lately or anything?
I'm in this weird spot. I think basically since January. I don't know why I'm doing this, but I'm like mentally not allowing myself to buy a set until I can find the goddamn Skyline somewhere. I still haven't found it.
They're in stock online, so I think it won't be long.
Okay, I might just order it online. But there are some things I've been eyeballing. That Rivendell set looks incredible, but $500 is a big chunk of change.
A couple of weeks.
You know, it's
Yeah.
steep, but like when you look at how many pieces are in it, you know, if Disney was to come out with a set with that many pieces,
Oh, I know.
it would be like easily $800-900, right?
Right,
Like, I mean,
right.
easily. Yeah, it is expensive, right? $500 is a lot, but when I was like breaking it down, I was like, actually, that's not that bad for a licensed set like that. Like, I was
Right.
actually a little bit surprised.
Yeah, for the piece count, that's pretty good. Yeah,
Yeah.
I haven't been really building anything. I've been weirdly, I don't know. I get in this mode. I'm in like NECA Predator mode right now.
Nice.
Gotcha.
NECA's been re-releasing a bunch of their like Predator 2 like Lost Tribe stuff, and I'm like, oh, it's my chance. So I'm working on that. But I don't know. I'm like, I just came from Target. I will always go through the Lego aisle, but I'm just
yeah.
looking for that skyline, and I can't.
Dude,
I
I was
was
at
looking for
Target
it too.
yesterday.
I'm gonna get it
Well,
online.
I
so.
thought I was gonna get lucky because there was a whole, like, you know, the little red carts they have when they're ready to stock.
Yeah,
'Cause they had like the Rex helmet, which isn't even supposed to be out yet,
yeah.
and a couple of the other speed champions that aren't supposed to be out till like March 1st. So I just started going through it, and of course there's no skyline on there. Then all of a sudden another girl comes and tells the girl, because the girl's like, "Did you want any of these?" And I was thinking, yeah, I kind of want one of these just because of the fact that they're street dated.
Yeah.
And then another girl comes and tells her, no, these all have to go to the back for now. And she's like, sorry. I'm like, Dad, I should have just grabbed one. And
Oh,
I was
man.
looking for that skyline in there, and it was
You
not.
know, I don't know who's listening right now. That's always an issue. There's a Target by my house that always systematically puts out stuff before the street date, and it's such a tease because I'll get to the front and like,
They won't let you buy it.
yeah, a staff member will be with you shortly. So do this if you know it's not street legal or street dated yet. Grab another thing of equal price. Go to self checkout. Just check out the thing twice, and then you're paid for, and nobody's the wiser. That's really annoying, and we shouldn't have to be punished for their employees. Well,
Screw ups.
yeah, they shouldn't have put it out, so it's not my fault. I'm buying it.
It's on the floor. We should be allowed to buy it.
Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah.
And especially, we probably just want like one. We're not that guy that's filling up the whole basket, you know?
No. Have you guys ever been? Because I know we've all done like the Lego store at opening, but have you guys ever done like that at Target before?
Not for Lego. I've done
Not
it
for Lego.
action
I've never done
figures.
it for Lego. I did it for like Funko back in the day when I was collecting pops.
That's a night. I did it. Yeah, I did it. I think for like Star Wars Black Series stuff. But yeah, you get there's like a little short line. We get in there, and like of course the first guy's like this, like stacking.
He always.
I'm like, dude, what? Do you not see the people behind you? Like, you're such an asshole.
They don't care, you know?
Blanco.
No.
Anthony's here. Thank you.
Hey,
what's up,
for joining
dude?
us. It's always nice to see you guys. But yeah, it's always that first person that comes out with like a stack of just like a million things.
Yeah, it's the worst.
Yeah, but
Don't be that
so
guy.
Don't be
No.
that guy. Please don't
Yeah.
be that guy.
Yeah.
I was at the Lego store 2 weekends ago. I did pick up a few things. I haven't really played with a whole lot of it. It's been busy. Life's been crazy. But right now they are having the promo. You buy, I think it's $125 possibly. You get this Lego City set for free. It's an
Ooh.
ambulance. It's actually pretty cool. Like, I actually kind of dig it.
That's like
got
an
100
off-road.
Yeah, 162 pieces. It's the 4x4 off-road ambulance rescue. So it's a cute little set for free you get.
You know, a new one came out today, right? A new freebie.
Yeah. Oh, did it come out?
It's the moving truck now.
Oh,
crazy.
I need that.
Okay, yeah, no, that thing's really, really cool. I did see that actually. I totally forgot about that. But I got this. I also got the Horizon Zero Dawn tall neck.
Nice. Yes.
Reason being, so I haven't played the game, right? I haven't touched the game yet. I'm like super excited to play it, but obviously it's one of those games where people are like, you know, they kind of know what kind of games I play and stuff, and they're like, dude, you'll like love this.
Yes,
So
yes, you will.
I wanted to get it before, like, I knew once I started playing it, I was gonna regret it if I didn't buy it now.
Yeah.
And it's a cool set. Like, it actually comes with a decent amount of pieces, 1,222 pieces, and it was only like $79.
Yeah,
Like, it's totally worth it. I also got the Disney 100 brickheads, the
nice.
set that they came out with. So I actually did build those, which are, I'm addicted to brickheads now because they're fun and they're easy to build. They're just very, very soothing. So you got Steamboat Willie right here.
Oh, it's great.
That's gorgeous.
Little Tinkerbell.
Oh,
Nice.
Tinkerbell was probably actually one of the more like unique brickheads I've ever built. Like it actually, like you build her in two parts, like her head and her body are like you build separately and then you connect it, as opposed to just kind of building onto the body. It's actually a pretty cool build. And the hair, even like the hair was actually really, really fun to build. I actually really like doing this one a lot. She has her wings and everything.
That's cool.
Very nice.
It's little Snow White.
Oh, it's so cute. My God.
Yeah, it's so adorable. And this one, sometimes to be everyone else's favorite. It's one of my favorites too. Everyone loves Oswald the Lucky Rabbit.
Nice.
And this one was really, really cool to build too. Like it was, it's probably honestly the easiest build out of all of them. Like it's, all of them came with like a bag and like a half worth of stuff, right? Like they all had like the two. This one just came with the one bag.
Nice.
But yeah, pretty simple build. It's got a little tail right there.
Nice.
Even Mickey's got a cool little like whip tail.
Oh, that's great. That's so perfect.
Yeah. Yeah, that was pretty cool. I just built those actually over the last few days this weekend. And yeah, it's been cool. It's been cool.
That tall neck is like one of my top 3 of 2022.
Really, really cool.
Awesome set.
Yeah, it looks amazing, and I love it comes with the minifig as well. And I lied a little bit because I did actually start the game, right? So I started it. We went to the mall, and I found The Last of Us Part 2, which I was kind of waiting for until I found a physical copy of it. So now I kind of pushed Zero Horizon Dawn because I had to play it.
Yeah.
I mean, I totally regret my decision just because of the same thing that happened and literally had me in just shambles. But no, it's so I've been playing a lot more games lately. I also got the Metroid Prime remaster for the Switch, which is just absolutely gorgeous. One of the best remasters I've ever. It's more like a remake. Like it's absolutely stunning. I love the game, anyways. Like the game's one of my favorites, and then bringing it up to this level is just something else. So yeah, I mean, that's kind of what I've been doing, so I haven't been building a whole lot, but finding other things to pass the time. And, my wife's playing the Wizard game still, so I don't really have much time on the PS5, but that's what
I was going to ask, like, how much further you've gotten.
Oh, on which one? Oh, on The Last of Us?
Too, yeah.
I actually gotten pretty far. It's not really, I'm not really going to, get into spoilers here, but I'm at the point where we get captured by the people and we're escaping from them. So me and Dina are kind of, I like Dina a lot. Like I love think Dina. Dina's great. Like every character. So I'm with this, the way the series goes, I'm serious. I'm afraid. I'm afraid something is going to happen to somebody. We're not doing spoilers, Anthony. Don't worry about it. No spoilers. Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know what's going to happen. And I won't come on here and spoil it for everyone, even when I do know what's going to happen. Did you guys watch the last episode, by the way?
I haven't. My brother's been hounding me about it. I just barely finished the one before that, which was very, very sad.
That one?
Damn good. Yeah.
My brother's been hounding me about this newest one.
Dude, the new one's really like this. The new one is like Pedro Pascal's Emmy win. Like,
exactly.
They're just going to hand him the award for it. It's just like, here, this is yours.
Speaking of Last of Us, did either of you guys happen to pick up the Last of Us comic from a couple of years back?
No, I did not.
My brother pointed out the fact to me that it's going for about $600 now.
Oh, damn.
I have it somewhere, so I'm going through all my brother has like multiples of it, so he's been fishing through his tens of thousands of comic boxes. But I'm like, wow, all it takes is like something like that. I mean, $600.
Crazy.
I would sit on it because I think it would go the way of The Walking Dead #1, which was insane,
Yeah. The Last of Us it's one of those shows where every episode we're like, okay, no, that was my favorite episode. And then the next week comes out and you're like, no, that was my favorite episode.
Has there been a bad, good episode? Seems like they've all been top notch. Yeah, Christian, like you were saying, every episode is my favorite episode of the show. It's crazy. So crazy. It's such a Anyways, this isn't the Last of Us podcast. This is break therapy. So let's get back to Lego, guys. They announced. Well, I don't even think Lego actually officially said it's happening, but we have the pictures, we have the proof, and we have a lot of sites reporting it. And what I'm going to do is bring it up for you all here because this thing is incredible. This is one of the sets I think a lot of us have been waiting for a long time. It is kind of a bummer that it's as small. I was kind of a little surprised by how small it is. I do kind of wish it was a little bit bigger, but you know, what are you going to do? This thing is beautiful. This thing is gorgeous. This thing is amazing. It's a cute little set. Comes with all the balloons. Comes with Carl. Comes with Russell, and it's going to come with Doug. As far as we
heard. I was just about to mention that.
Oh, it's right there. Yeah, right there. There you go. Yeah, it's a cute little set. I think it's going to retail for like $69.99 or something like that. We have all the information. Oh, there you go. There's a better picture. This is from WDWNT.com, which is a Disney Walt Disney World News Network type thing. Minifigures, yeah, like the house looks beautiful. 598 pieces with 3 minifigs, be released on April 1st. It's going to be $59.99, so it's actually not a bad price. I'm pretty excited for it. I think it looks great. I think it's going to be awesome. And one thing they do mention on here as well, which I want to point out, I don't know if we talked about it last time, but that the Nightmare Before Christmas Halloween Town Lego set was approved for production.
Yes.
So that one's going to be hitting shelves. I mean, I don't know how long it takes to actually produce these sets, but this was the basic idea that was submitted. Cool. So they're going to turn that into a full-fledged Lego set, and I'm beyond excited for that. I think. What's that?
I saw a leaked box pic of that, and it said something like 1,200 pieces.
Really?
So, which would put it right around the $100 price tag, I think.
Yeah, I think this thing's going to be gorgeous. And again, what I'm showing you guys right now, if you guys are watching, this is just the idea that was submitted to get the set made. In case you guys don't know, Lego does that. They get ideas from people. You vote on them. You eventually they'll pick their top 2 or something. I think it's 2 I think they do it in quarters, right? Or something like that, like half a year in quarters or something like that. They put them through the system, and some of them are approved for production and some of them aren't. I got a few of the sets that have been, like the Lego Office set was one of those sets. I think the Back to the Future wasn't. I don't think it was. But there's been tons of sets that have been Lego ideas that have come out really, really cool. The typewriter is a really good example as well of a set that was submitted as an idea. But anyways, that up set comes out. The up house set comes out April 1st. So keep an eye out for that. We're going to go ahead and close this because I don't know what ad is playing at the bottom corner there, but it might be something you need, might be something you don't need. Who knows?
Yeah.
Let's close that guy.
You definitely need the Nightmare Before Christmas set.
Yes. Oh, dude, that thing's going to be beautiful. Balloons give me an 80s birthday cake vibe. Yeah, actually, 100%. I think it does look like
little plastic.
I have a really creepy picture of me. Yeah, no, dude, I have a really creepy picture of me on my first birthday. My parents decided to have a clown themed birthday. It was back in 1981, mind you. So I'll have to put it in the group because it's terrifying. And it's has those plastic balloons that Anthony is talking about. It's just the most, and it's this is where my horror fixation started because this thing was absolutely terrifying. I don't know what, it's the 80s, right? It's
I have a lot of clown memories as a child. And what was up with our parents thinking that clowns because you said you had a clown themed first birthday.
Yeah.
My parents decorated my childhood room with clown iconography. So there were these paintings of the sad, depressed, sad hobo clown, that I had in my room. I would stare at it when I go to sleep. But we'd also have this photo, this framed picture of she's this way too happy clown. And then I remember at a 5-year-old birthday party of my cousins, they had a clown. And I remember this vividly because he had magic tricks and he had this trick. And I remember I was just so enamored with him. I ran after him to his car in the street. And I was like, how did you do that? And he's like, you know what, kid? He's smoking a cigarette. And he's like, you know what, kid? He's like, let me show you. And he pulled it out and he gave it to me, the little trick.
What?
And he showed me how to do it. And I remember I'm like, this is the coolest thing that I own that smells like cigarettes. I love it. So I don't know. It's weird.
Did I miss Quanta? Oh, I like that.
Quantum.
Yeah,
I
Johnny,
noticed that
that's
too.
clever. We haven't
No,
really
we haven't
about it
talked
much.
about it.
Yeah, we haven't talked about it yet. This is our break therapy, so we generally don't get into that stuff. But did you guys all see it?
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I think
we
can
can talk about it
quick.
quickly.
I think we can talk
agree.
about it real quick. I mean, I'm
It did
actually
seem like an odd Star Wars kind of like episode on Coruscant or something, you know?
It's Star Wars. It's Star Wars.
We just needed that.
I was very so I don't know if any of you guys read my review, but my review's up at pastramination.com if y'all are watching. Especially after watching the first two again, going into this one, I was very, very, very disappointed and let down by it. What did you guys, what were your basic thoughts about it? Did you guys enjoy it? What do you guys think?
Well, I loved Kang. I loved Kang the Conqueror.
Yeah, he was a standout for sure.
Yeah, and I liked the MODOK. A lot of people didn't like MODOK. I thought that was kind of
really
a
funny too.
cool play on MODOK, especially I won't spoil it for those who haven't seen it, but I thought that was a little twist, you know. But I liked the look of it with the metal shield and everything from the get-go when I had first seen that. And then once we see him and then we find out who he is, I'm like, that's kind of a cool little twist I didn't see coming, you know. But yeah, a lot of it felt like an episode on Coruscant or something like that, or that city planet where they sell death sticks on Star Wars.
Yeah, 100%. Christian, what do you think?
Yeah, I enjoyed it at the time, and I think like it's good if you just kind of leave the theater and like leave the movie there. The more I think about it, I'm like, oh, that's weird, and then I'm like, oh, that was kind of weird too. I've heard other people say like it was like I've heard people say it was a Fantastic Four story that they plugged Ant-Man into instead, which you know what I mean? I think the weird thing about it doesn't feel like it should have been an Ant-Man movie because it didn't like really play to his power set. Like he was a very passive character in his own movie. I feel like I think there were other characters with more agency.
Absolutely.
It was fun. It was cool. It was cool to see. Shout out to the actor who plays Chidi from A Good Place. That was really cool.
Awesome.
He was great. Yeah. Really funny. There was some like really, really funny parts. It just didn't feel like an Ant-Man movie. And then I think who mentioned it, Anthony, I loved Wakanda Forever. I think Wakanda Forever was my favorite of the last year.
Yes, 100%, Anthony. Completely agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just real quick, I know there was no room for him, but you got to have an Ant-Man. You got to have Luis in your Ant-Man movie.
Like, I know.
Yes.
Man.
Like, at least have it like him pop up in like some end credit scene or something. And I'm not going to spoil the end credits, but spoiler alert, he doesn't show up at all.
Hey, the best we got was remember one of his little sidekicks, the Russian guy?
Yeah, he was the
actually voiced that pink that ooze guy, remember?
Oh, was that him?
Yeah.
That's great.
I have holes.
It didn't feel like he was the main character, Michelle. Yeah, I mean, and that's fine by me too. Like having, you know, this it certainly felt like Janet and Kang's story, right? Like it was their story, which is fine, but like I just feel like you said, Christian, I do feel like it once they got into the quantum realm, it didn't feel like an Ant-Man movie anymore. Right. It felt like just you could have inserted the Fantastic Four. You could have put, you know, any of these other kind of cosmic kind of entities in there, and it would have been the same thing, to be honest.
Could have put Bill Murray. Oh wait,
Bill Murray was in it. Yeah, but you know, Jonathan Majors Kang was incredible. So
yeah, Jonathan Majors. I'm excited to see more of him. I'm super excited for Creed 3. I can't wait for that.
Anthony, you are my best friend. I have now officially deemed you my best friend. Anthony, Iron Man 3 is the best Iron Man movie ever made.
Oh, just line out now, Blanco.
Blanco.
Oh, that was horrible.
I do love the first Ant-Man movie. Because Edgar Wright's DNA is all over it. Like you can clearly see that was supposed to be an Edgar Wright movie.
Absolutely, 100%. Imagine if it was. Like I still like get so like I get crazy at the thought if Edgar Wright had just gone all the way through with it, was able to do it, that would have been
And
fantastic.
like, of course, no offense to Peyton Reed. Peyton, you're a great director. You're fantastic. But like Edgar Wright is just like one of the great living directors right now. He just doesn't miss. I think like every one of his movies are fantastic. And he has such a signature like style to everything that he does. So yeah,
100%, 100%. So let us know what you guys think about Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. We'll probably talk about it next week in more detail. So we'll probably have a spoiler-rific episode next week for Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. So be sure to check that out. We'll talk about it in more detail. But those are kind of some of our thoughts. And Anthony's been saying what I've been saying for years. And this is the official review of Ant-Man 3, the best Iron Man 3. The best Iron Man movie ever made.
There you go. This is official.
From Pastrami Nation. I don't make the rules, man. I'm just here talking into a microphone.
Thank you, Anthony, for clarifying that for everybody listening.
I'm gonna get canceled by Nolan right now. Okay, it's all right because we're gonna have a whole episode. We're gonna brand it. It's gonna be a lot of fun. We're gonna be talking about that.
An Iron Man 3 episode.
Iron Man 3 and Last Jedi. We're gonna be
Last Jedi.
mixing them all up. We're gonna be talking them all up. So
that was the one with Rose, right?
I go back and forth, man. I think I go from side to side. I don't know, man. I don't know. Whenever we have this discussion, I might be on.
I love The Last Jedi, but I do. But when the conversation comes up, what's that?
I loved parts of it, but not all of it.
No, and that's why the show's so fun because we can talk about stuff like that and have a good time. So back to Lego. We love Lego. There hasn't been an Ant-Man set like lately. Like they didn't do one for Quantumania.
Yeah,
like
enough.
There's one coming out. There is an Ant-Man coming. It's like an action figure size one, and it has the little Ant-Man, like the
I saw I saw that one. But normally, because Wakanda Forever even came out with a few like actual full sets, you know. So yeah, I'm wondering why they didn't come out with one for
because usually Lego's quick. Like they release their sets before the movies usually.
100%.
I'd like an Ant-Man helmet, like you know how they've done the Marvel, like the Star Wars helmets.
Yeah.
Like an Ant-Man helmet would be pretty cool.
They're doing the Star-Lord one, which is really cool. I don't know if we talked about that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, we didn't. It's cool though. Yeah.
Yeah. I really, really like the Star-Lord one a lot. Star-Lord one incredible. You know, guys, another Lego set that's incredible is the our favorite over here on the show is the amazing pop band BTS.
Oh,
and BTS has come out with their listen, like it's this set's not for me. I get that 100%. So
my prayers have been answered.
Your life is complete.
Yeah. I think people, these probably the biggest pop band in the world right now. Like, yeah, it makes sense.
Look there's all of them. There's Slippy and
he knows them
and Slappy.
There you go. It's
Samsonite.
That was way off.
Too much. He knows a little too much about them there.
Yeah, no, these guys. I kind of like I dig the idea, and I kind of hope we get more music kind of moments in Lego. You know what I mean, like music videos or whatever. I'm not sure exactly like which one. I was kind of hoping for getting all my Muppets minifigs, and I don't know if you guys know. I don't know if you guys saw the music video for Weezer "Keep Fishing." They did a whole video with the Muppets.
Nice.
And I was trying to collect all of the minifigs so that I can actually recreate that music video, at least a scene from that music video. Because Weezer's one of my all-time favorite bands, and to be able to recreate that music video would have been awesome. But just real quick, what are some of your guys' favorite music videos? What would you guys like to see in Lego form? I think I even kind of think a Sabotage Beastie Boys one would be really cool.
I think a very fitting one, if everybody can recall back 20 years ago, the White Stripes came out with "Fell in Love with a Girl," which was all Lego animated, which is really, really cool. I think that's
right.
Just to see Jack and Meg in official Lego bricks, I think it would be really fun.
You know what I would do? I go back further to the 80s because I used to watch a lot of MTV back when they played music, and there was a Grateful Dead video, "Touch of Grey." Remember, halfway through the video, they all turned to skeletons playing the same instruments.
That's cool.
That's cool.
Found out that it was done by like a turntable thing where it spun around, So I think you could work that into Lego really well, where it spins around and then you get the skeletonized versions of the band members, Jerry Garcia and company.
Yeah.
A cool
That'd be
video, you know,
fun.
like it was 1986 or something like that.
That would
Yeah.
actually be really, really
If
cool.
we go back like that, there's so many iconic like music videos from like our childhood.
Yeah, they don't make them like that anymore.
No,
you know,
they
like
don't. Yeah.
you look at 80s music videos compared to like even 90s, it's like it didn't even compare, you know?
Yeah, 90s had some epic stuff too. There's
Yeah,
some
there were
stuff
some
that
good
will
ones.
forever be in my
Again,
my
Sabotage. Come on.
Sabotage. Yeah, fantastic. Even like Intergalactic, like that where they're like in the subway and
With
like,
the
Tokyo.
robot, the big
Yeah.
robot,
Yeah.
right?
That would be really cool.
Dude,
I'd be
that
happy
would
to
be
see
awesome.
any BC Boys stuff.
What about
That would
NSYNC?
be amazing. In sync. I mean,
The marionettes.
hey, you know, Lego knows what they're doing. They'll do an
Yeah.
NSYNC set. They'll do a Backstreet Boys set. NSYNC was Justin Timberlake, right?
Oh yeah,
Yes.
Yeah.
it's all
Oh,
Timberlake.
Yeah.
It's all Timberlake.
Yeah,
It's all Timberlake. But yes, Anthony, the BTS army is going to eat this up, and good for them though. Like honestly, like you know, I have again the set's not for me. I clearly
Yeah.
see that, and I think it's awesome that like you know there's something in Lego for everybody, which I think is really really cool. And
I think they should balance this, like follow up BTS with like an Iron Maiden release. I think
yeah.
just so.
Well,
We
you
could
know,
have,
I
like,
mean,
a
like
Lego Eddie. That would be really cool to have.
that would be
Maiden.
cool. But you also got things like the Rolling Stones, right? Like they have.
Oh yeah,
that
yes.
really really cool thing, and I think it does kind of balance it out because you know BTS is more you know teens, preteens, kids essentially who are going to want to build these sets. Not saying we don't, but the Rolling Stones and things like that are more kind of a little bit more you know older, so like they're going to build like the more artsy kind of sets, which is really cool. Sets not for me has script. I thought we were best friends. Maybe not so much anymore. It's cool, Anthony. But no, let us know what you guys think. What band would you guys like to see take on, you know, get recreated in Lego form? Is there a music video you guys love? Is there just a specific moment in music history you'd like to see? The Gorillas, dude, the Gorillas would be absolutely incredible. Yeah, even one of those like the portrait sets would be really cool where you can do like four different ones and like create all of them. And just real quick, guys, speaking of Gorillas, I got to vent a little bit. Netflix was supposed to make an animated film based on the Gorillas, but that was canceled because of budget cuts and everything else. They had everything lined up. They were ready to go. Damon Albarn, yeah, also the lead singer of Blur. He came out and was like, yeah, the deal fell through. Sorry, guys. So we're not going to be seeing a Gorillas movie. Anthony, Daft Punk Lego, yes.
Yeah.
They are doing
I want the
those.
helmets.
The
They are
helmets,
doing
yeah.
those. Remember they showed them. Like
What?
it surpassed the number of votes. I think I saw.
Oh
it last year.
yeah,
Yeah.
But now they got to get into the
The
approval
approval
phases, right?
first, yeah.
So
That
hopefully
would
they
be
do
huge.
though.
Yeah.
Sold.
That would be incredible. That would be really, really cool. So yeah, I mean, yeah, just let us know in the comments what you guys would like to see and what you guys would like to check out.
Do you guys remember the Yellow Submarine set from a couple
Yes.
years?
Yeah, and
regret
I
not
missed
getting-
out. Same.
Yeah. One of life's regrets.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah, I do regret not getting that one. That one just kind of passed me by.
That's on my list too.
What's that?
It's on my list too.
No, 100%. So let's just kind of I kind of want to talk a little bit about something that Lego is doing that's really, really cool. So, you know, Lego lately has really kind of been into really kind of, you know, bringing diversity and inclusion into the company and kind of, you know, showing people that everyone belongs and that Lego is for everybody, right? Lego is 100% for every single person. I kind of do feel like it kind of started. This is still one of my favorite Lego sets of all time. I absolutely love this set. This Everyone is Awesome set. I remember when I saw it was coming out, I was a little surprised just because, you know, they had never done anything like this before. And I think it's really, really cool. So they've been really set on diversity and inclusion. And now they're dabbing into things like mental health and stuff like that as well with their new initiatives that they're pushing forward, and specifically with their Lego Friends sets of toys. So not Friends, the TV show. We're talking about Friends, their little brand of I don't even know what to, they are Lego sets, but they're more kind of doll.
They're like
they're
a different kind of
figures,
minifigure, huh?
different kind of minifigures, and they're more aimed towards young girls and young kids, like really, really young kids. But recently they held a press conference where they were talking about this new line of friends that they're going to be coming out with going forward. They're going to have a TV show on YouTube, and they're also going to be uh, they're also going to be these characters are going to be have personalities, so they're going to be more diverse, not just the way they look and the way they their expressions are on the actual figures, but kids are going to be able to associate with these characters a little bit more, especially from watching the TV show. Characters are going to deal with things like anxiety or autism, all these kind of other different things. They're talking about children who only have like limbs missing from whatever the case may be. They're going to be representing that in Lego form, which I think is really, really cool. I think this new set launches within this year. They're going to be doing a bunch of cool things when it comes to diversity, inclusion, and mental health, which is really, really cool. Things like anxiety, kids suffer from it too, right? It's not just adults, but they don't know how to verbalize it as well as we do. But them being able to see these things and to be able to identify what they are, they're going to be able to function a little bit better and to be more, be more comfortable with who they are, right? Not feel so weird, not feel so awkward. And listen, we grew up in a very, very different time, right? We grew up in the 80s, 90s. We didn't talk about, but if I would have told my dad I had anxiety, he would have been like, get out of here. Like, go away, man. Like, that's not anxiety. That's just life. Deal with it. Which is true. Like, kids need to learn how to deal with it to an extent. But it's nice to see yourself represented no matter what the case may be. Go outside, Anthony. And Anthony, I love that set. Crazy how 2023 people are still extremely close-minded. Yes, it's sad. It's very, and that's why I'm so happy sets like this exist, because,
exactly.
It means so much to so many people when things like this exist, that I don't think people really understand the importance of these kind of things, of seeing yourself represented at any kind of, toys that you like, or any kind of media as well. Sounds like the coolest set for Disney movie. Yes, Inside Out would be a perfect I think a really cool collector UCS Inside Out set would be amazing. But just in general, being able to teach kids about emotions and stuff, I think is really, really cool idea. I love that Lego is doing this. I think it's going to be very positive. I think they're going to get a lot of positive feedback. And in the press release, a lot of these sets, they kind of come and go, right? A lot of these themes, right? Like you have things like Ninjago that stick around, but it's still kind of like not as popular as it used to be, right? Like even their Bionicles, their Bionicle stuff just kind of came and went. It was there for a while, no longer around. Lego Friends is the one that has lasted the longest out of all of them so far. It even came out before Ninjago. It was a thing before any of these sets, and it's still going strong, still one of their biggest sellers, and people really gravitate to it. And I think that's awesome. Told my dad I felt sad once. He told me to cut the grass. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, 100%. And that's, again, like that's how we grew up. And that's, it's totally fine.
He told them to cut the grass and they had nothing but cement.
Right.
Yeah. I think with our, when you're a kid, you kind of assume that your parents and just adults in general have everything figured out. And then you become an adult, then you realize nobody had anything figured out and we were all winging it. I think all of us kind of grew up like that. You know what I mean? Like we didn't talk to our parents about, at least I know I didn't talk to my parents about my feelings. And, I was maybe just as uncomfortable about it as they were. And maybe that's why, obviously it's so important that we normalize being able to talk about this openly. So nobody has to feel like they have to bottle anything up or feel like they're ostracized or feel different or feel left out because they're different. Like I just saw my parents yesterday for the first time since last year, and I'm kind of going through some stuff right now, and I was the first time telling them, and I didn't know how it was going to go with them. I told them, and my mom was like, she's like, what size pants are you again? She's like, I got pants for you. And I'm like, oh mom. But then immediately they kind of turned and they were really, really sweet about it.
That's
and really
awesome.
cool. And I can see that they're growing, and they're learning how to deal with stuff too. And even though I'm 40, like I appreciate having like being able to talk to them about stuff.
Yeah. And
So,
that's fantastic. And we know we've seen kind of the paths that, like, people who can't let their emotions out, people who can't talk to people, we unfortunately see the darker paths that they can go down.
yeah.
And we hear, especially if, from in the nerd community, like we, especially brick therapy. That's why we started brick therapy, because it's all about, wanting to build a community of people who can come hang out, chat about what they want to chat about without feeling ostracized, without feeling different or whatever. We're all nerds about something. We're all nerds. We all love Lego. Talk about Lego. Let's talk about everything that comes along with life as well. Why you build Lego, which plays a huge part into it. So sorry guys to get so serious for a minute. Yeah. Anthony, I mean, yeah, I do apologize, but it's kind of
It
real
does
talk,
take your mind, off of a lot of the stuff. Like I went through some
Yeah.
stuff this week, and like uh first thing I did, I just got home, drank a beer. I popped open I had the Winnie the Pooh Lego set, and I think I built that thing in like 2 days because it got to be like 3 in the morning. I'm like, I better get some sleep before I mess something up, and then just finished it the next morning at like 8 o'clock, whatever. But it cleared my head, like just suddenly none of that other stuff just kind of mattered. It blocked out, I'm like, oh, there's always this to go back to too, like my escape point,
Yeah. And
not so much escape point, but something that makes you happy that you have to go back to, like
yeah.
I've had this kind of like, I guess these dealing with like coming to a realization of what all of this is, right? Like, look at me, like look in the room that I'm sitting in. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like, I
just
think
a
I
few
had like
clothes.
a real harsh realization of like what it is, and I think if I'm thinking really dark about it and looking at it like this, everything is like every individual piece of my collection is like a scar or like something. It's like
Right.
me not dealing with something, so I get this to distract myself. But I feel like that's like too dark to think that way. Like it can't all be this, you know
Right.
what I mean? But I think it is, in some sense, it's a way of like, I don't want to make comparisons, but I think like sometimes we don't feel like we have control of things, certain things in our life, and this is something that like, well, I can go to Target and I can go to as many Targets as I can until I find this piece I'm looking for. Like that thing that I can like, I have it, like something that I can like just set a goal, an easy obtainable goal, sort of.
Oh,
That gives me
100%.
a little sense of control, I guess.
Yes, and that's
Yeah.
the best ride home from Target feeling.
Yeah,
When you
you
go
got
back
it.
home.
Yeah.
It's
Yep.
the best. It's the best. Anthony Brand, Beer and Winnie the Pooh equals good times. LOL. Man, I love nerds, and yeah, I mean that's why we're all here. Lego, again, I hate to get Lego saves lives. They really do. Like I don't think they, any of these toys that we collect and stuff, they have a massive impact. And a lot of people see them as just things, as just junk, as just these things, but they mean a lot to all of us. So yeah, Lego, keep doing what you're doing. If you're paying attention to this podcast, please keep doing what you're doing.
Yes,
But we love all of these things and everything, and keep it coming. And you guys who watch us and who support us and who come every week to support Pastrami Nation podcast, things like that. Thank you guys so much too, because your guys' support means everything to all of us. Just being able to hang out with you guys, being able to chat with you guys, knowing that like you guys, there comes a point sometimes where you're like, is anyone watching? Is anyone listening? But we do know that there are people who are here and are very supportive and stuff. So thank you guys for that. It means the world to us. So we really, really appreciate that. So yeah, guys, before we wrap up, did you guys have anything else you wanted to talk about?
Oh man.
I thought
No.
there was something. I thought there was something else.
I thought there was too, but like partway through, I was like, what was it? What was it?
They
I've been
showed a little
secretly
train
thinking of it.
set with when they showed the up one. They showed a little Disney 100th anniversary train with like
Oh,
different little
yes.
characters. Yeah. Do you remember which
Yes.
characters? It was like Mickey and Minnie and like Woody and
Ooh, is it
Yeah,
the
it was
Disney
the-
train, like the Disneyland train? Is that what they're
yeah,
doing?
not as intricate. Like it was a smaller one. It'd probably be like a $50 set, but it had like 4 minifigures. They showed it with the up leak, you know.
Right.
I remember
see
that.
here.
It was part of the Disney 100th anniversary kind of celebration.
Yeah, I can't seem to find it. Oh, this is one thing, real quick. So we were at Disney World earlier last year. They had the Disney, they had like a couple of them. It was the Disney Train and Station, which I don't know if you guys ever saw that.
Yes,
But
yes, Disneyland Express.
yeah, the Disneyland Express, and it was freaking incredible. And I was like, man, I need to pick that up. But then it retired. It left, so I don't know where that thing went. But yeah, I couldn't find any pictures or anything of the one you're talking. I know which one you're talking about. I just can't think of it right now. What it was. Yeah, I can't find it. But yeah,
I'm sure it'll
Lego's coming out
surface more eventually.
yeah, it will. Absolutely, absolutely. Lego's been coming out with some really, really cool stuff. A lot of solid stuff for the 100th anniversary. I think next was it coming up? They're coming out with the Wally and Eve brickheads, right? What
Yes,
is
yes.
those?
Oh, yes.
Those look
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, those look incredible. Look forward to those. Yeah, so there's some pretty cool stuff. I saw like a leak. They're making a Peter Pan and Wendy movie, like a live action one. I think it's just called Peter and Wendy. And what's his name? I forget his name, but he directed. He did Pete's Dragon and the Green Knight.
Mhm.
Gosh, what's his name? You know what I'm talking about though. But he's directing it, so it might actually be a pretty good, solid Disney remake. So we'll see. But anyways, yeah, I saw some sets coming out for that. As soon as that movie hits Disney Plus in a few months. So yeah.
David
All right.
Lowery, by the way.
David
I see
Lowery,
Blanco's
yes.
getting a Wally and Eve tattoo soon, huh?
Who is? What's that?
Blanco looks like Blanco's getting a Wally Eve tattoo.
Oh, are you, dude? That's awesome. I have a
Nice.
really, really cool tattoo I am going to get. It is going to be a surprise though. I cannot tell anybody. I'm very stoked for it. And I'm beyond excited for it. Wow, my dogs. Oh, that's awesome. You named your dog. That's so cool.
That's really cool.
Ferocious poodles. I love poodles, man. Poodles are amazing. Fortunately, we have a really, really loud boxer and 2 little terrier mixes who are just lovely and so quiet. They never bark. Absolutely never bark. But no, they're great. So yeah, guys, let us know what sets you guys are excited for. Let us know what you guys are looking forward to. Even in the realm of pop culture, it doesn't even have to be about Lego. Remember, we do have the regular Pastrami Nation podcast as well, which is every other Tuesday, alternates with this one. So next week, we're going to have regular Pastrami Nation. We'll be talking Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, probably some Last of Us. You can't really avoid that. Yeah, Anthony, you are welcome for the good episode, and I will absolutely enjoy my PTS set. Okay, I will love it. I will cherish it, and I will show it off here on the Pastrami Nation's Break Therapy. So, guys, if there's
I was
nothing,
going to do a giveaway, guys, and
Ooh.
I did the wheel already. There was only 2 of you, and my phone just died. But congratulations,
Ooh.
Blanco. Your name was the one selected. You just won
Anthony
Venom.
Blanco, you got Venom. That is awesome. You know which one I really want? I want the Ghost Rider one.
Yes.
The Ghost Rider one just looks cool, man.
I want the Rocket one.
Rocket, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Something about the Rocket minifig that kind of doesn't sit right with me, but I think it's really cool.
Mechanized like that, he looks kind of cool because they
yeah. Oh, yeah. The whole thing as a whole looks incredible. But then I see his face on the little minifig. I'm like, I don't know. But that's just me. But yeah. All right, guys. Well, Anthony, congratulations.
Congrats indeed. Thank you both for joining us.
Got that cool Venom. Yeah, that Venom, those mechs are actually really, really cool to build.
Yeah.
Like those things are really cool. And like you said, there's an Ant-Man.
Up their game since the first one came out, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. I remember Eli got a couple like years ago. It was an Iron Man and a Captain America one. Which were out like I can't even remember when they were out, but you built those, and then we were building the newer ones. He got a couple of he got the 2-pack Ninjago ones that has I don't know what their characters are. Sorry guys, I'm not that much into Lego. Even though I did see the Lego Ninjago movie in theaters, so a little credit for that one. If it were Ant-Man, I'd tell you to double it and pass it on. Yeah, there you go. Oh, I love that. All right, guys. Well, thank you guys for joining us. And once again, please please share, tell your friends about us, man. We can,
Yes.
we'd love to see all you guys. And
come join us next Tuesday. We've got plenty to talk about.
We'll talk Ant-Man in full force.
Yeah.
Yes. Ant-Man in full force.
Yeah. Hellboy reboot again?
Ooh.
You guys hear about that? That's
dude,
crazy.
I did hear. Oh my god, yeah, I did.
I love me some Hellboy, but
yes,
no, it's getting too much.
I know.
And Anthony, you need to be here next week because I'll probably need some backup for my Iron Man 3 opinions.
Just stay, go watch a 49er game or something, Anthony. Oh wait, I'm sorry.
No, 49ers, nah.
40winers.
Hang out with us. All right, you guys. Well, thank you guys so much.
Thank you guys.
And we will see you guys next week. Have a good night. Stay safe.
Bye, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Be good, guys. Ouch, too early.